Welcome back, I'm the Watch King. On this video, we will be reviewing the Omega Constellation, one of the least favorite Omegas of the Omega collecting community. I've never seen these with the Omega collectors, and I'll tell you why. Let's first hop right into it. So flipping ourselves right into it, this is the piece right here, 35 millimeters approximately. This is the 80s two-toned look for Omega. With Rolex, I will pop it up, the Oyster Quartz. I've made countless reviews on the Oyster Quartz. I've reviewed them almost to death, but I've never showed any light on the Omega Constellation series. Now, originally these only came out in quartz. This is a quartz, so I believe this is one of the originals. Now, you're gonna correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, and we'll get to the back in a moment. Because this one doesn't really have a serial number. So this is 35 millimeters. I'll put it on my wrist. It's an integrated bracelet, so it wears bigger. I typically can't, I have a few watches that are 35 millimeters, but typically they have to be oddball watches like this. This is what I consider an oddball watch. Most times you don't have a bracelet like that. You don't have this type of look, this two-tone. I believe the bezel is plated on this one, but all of the links, side of the links are 18 karat gold. They used 18 karat gold, and this has stayed over the years. I do have a couple extra links with it. I do not know where I put them, but they are somewhere around here. And so it was very unique how it came fully linked. No box, no papers on my particular piece, but just something very cool. I bought it very close to $1,000, just thinking about how cool it is. And I haven't seen one with a white dial. Now, you're going to go down in the comments below. You could have bought it cheaper on eBay. Maybe, maybe not. You also don't know. This was from a very good buddy of mine, and you don't know what they do to Omegas. Rolex, it's very simple. If you have a fake Rolex, you sell it on eBay. It has that eBay authenticity guaranteed. You're guaranteed it. With Omega, they're mid-level watches. I'm going to get a lot of hate on that. Don't worry. I'm going to make a lot more Omega videos coming out. I personally collect Omega. I think there's a lot of upside to Omegas over Rolexes. I'm saying that right now, and you can see my channel history. I've made a lot of Rolex videos, but Omega, I have more Omegas than Rolexes in my personal collection. Also, that could be a factor because they are more affordable, but that's another subject altogether. So let's turn this watch around and see what we have. So we have the clasp. It's actually pretty easy to take on and off, the adjustments and all that. It's just push-pull pin. But on the bottom here, on the back of the case, I should say, you have the stars, the constellation stars, but where is the serial number? There's always a serial number under there, and it is missing. So I think this is from the early 80s. I think it's just one of the originals. I think it's such a cool history. You don't know where, how long, who's had it. It's sort of a stockbroker watch, Cartier tank type of thing. It's more of a piece of jewelry. A lot of people will say, I might agree with you, but it's more of a bracelet type of thing, but it's a piece of history. Omega can't change that. This has the original Omega crown. This is all 100% original, and I've never changed the battery, and I know the previous owner has never changed the battery. It's been almost 10 years, I think he said. So they still have something. They have their signature on the movement. So it's very interesting. I would love to know your opinions. Are you a fan of these type of Omegas, or do you prefer, well, I don't have one with me. This is just the case of the Speedmaster. Would you rather, of course, money not being a factor in your personal taste, would you have a quote-unquote classier, dressier watch, or one of the rougher moon watches, things like that? What is your style? What do you think Omega should go in which direction? Because Omega makes still constellations, but they do not make it with the quote-unquote shitty movement. I will say that because the movement is not very nice at all in these. They're $35. That is absolutely ridiculous. And I can't believe Omega used that. Maybe at the time they were a bit more,
But yeah, so would you rather have one of their sport models? They have Divers, Seamasters, and I know that they are really promoting their dress line. So this is how versatile Omega are. Opposed to Rolex, you have sport model and non-sport model, and they both pretty much are the same case shape. So this is one of the benefits of Omega too. So I want to know all your opinions. I also want to remind you the Chanel chain giveaway is still going on. There are the 4 steps in the description below. I want to thank you all for watching and have a fantastic day. I'll catch you in the next one.